The behavior here actually, first of all, we are learning a new tool, which is the Visual Basic programming language. The second thing, we learn how to make the process run to achieve the calculation, the basic calculations. The scientific process we'll do just in a second phase, but for now we'll stop at the basic concepts. So the basic functionalities, we'll try to stick at this level. Oh, it's not a website. Menu, file, new project. Visual Basic. This is the one. Visual Basic. Forms application. I repeat, Visual Basic. Forms application. The name, I'm going to rename it to calculator. Calculator, yes. Calculator. Okay, press OK, just confirm that. Okay, visually I'm gonna resize this window. We get this window actually ready made. Visually I'm gonna resize it. Later on we will readjust it, no more or less. So the first thing I'm gonna insert is the body of this calculator, which is the place where to show the marks. Let me come back to the design. The area where to show the marks, the notes, so sorry, the number, and the buttons just will do whatever the design we like, يمين يسار فوق تحت and so on. So it's up to us to do so. The tools are text box for the space to do the calculation. Okay, we need another one later, not now. Later on, we will need another one, but for now, it's okay to start with this one only. I'll change the size, the font. So the properties, font, this is the font. The size, I'm going to change it to, let it be 22. Even 32, let it be. It's okay, yes.
Doctor,
Yes,
increase the screen.
I cannot. It is actually a static one, so if I'm going to use the magnify, it will cause me actually trouble. I will not be free to move. I'll be speaking. الخيار الوحيد unique I use is font خط ما في غيره. Now all the other utilities are only buttons. So button. Button number one. Manually I'm resizing. Change the text to 1. Say, and so on. So I'm gonna keep inserting and so on, but I can do the following. Control C, Control V. Okay. So I'm just inserting buttons to fill up the number and space. Again, the font to make it more bigger. Because if I use the magnifier, actually, it will not let me work freely, so I prefer not to use the magnifier. So 1. I'm going to use the size 15, 1.5. Okay. Now, text text change it to 3. Text change it to 4. Text change it to 5. Okay, now I'm gonna make another copy. I may maximize a little bit if I want. Yes. Okay, this one 6. This one 7. 9, sorry, 9. 7, 8, 9. 0. Okay, great. And this is the addition. Multiplication. Division. Subtraction. And the equal. It got stuck. Yes, okay. So let's say this is the basic actually concept. We are going to go beyond. Later on, we'll add some functionalities later on. Let's just start with the process now. And later on, we'll add other functions based on adding other buttons. For now, for now, the basic operations, math operations, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. We have the equal and we have where to display. Great. Save all. So I'm going to save, first of all. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just recolor I'm going to just play in the design a little bit to classify the buttons into groups. So those buttons here, the addition, subtraction, the math operations, I'm going to color them properties for color. I search for color. Yes, this is the for color. I'm going to change the color for color. No, I'm going to say back color. Sorry, back color, not for color. Back color. I change the back color to, for example, yellow or green or something like that. Okay, great. So let it be the blue, light blue. The equal, I'm going to change its back color into orange. Web, custom. Okay, let it be custom and orange. Okay, great. That's it. It's enough. Now everything is clear. Again, I'm gonna save. Okay, what? Let me test first of all. So start here. Visualize the outcome. Yes. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. But the buttons they are moving. But nothing is working. So far, nothing is working. There is no result here at all. So let's do that. Okay. The name of the project is calculate. Restore. The name of the project is calculate. The name of the project, not homework. So I'm gonna rename to calculate. The text. Let me see. Calculator. Here. It's a text, not name. Here it is. Calculator. Yes. So okay. Save. Okay. Here, whatever a button, a number I'm gonna click, it will be appeared here. It will be visible here. So let's do that. To do so, when I click the button itself, its value would be displayed in here. Here is what? This is a text box 1, the name here. This object is text box 1. And here we click button by button. Starting with this one. This is button 1. So here, double click. Text box 1. Dot text equals button 1 dot text. Save. Come back. And let's test. Okay, button 1, click 1 here. See 1. I'm gonna delete. 2, nothing is there. 3, nothing is there. 4, nothing is there. 1, 1 is there. 1 is there. But if I click 2 times, only 1 it appears. I keep clicking, keep clicking. It does not appear a series of ones. So what should I do? I'm gonna change a little bit the code. Again, double click on this one. Text box 1.text, not equal, but plus equal. It's concatenation. It's concatenation. Plus equal here. Plus equal. Save. Come back and test again. So here, see 1. See now, it is right in ones, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Because it is concatenation. Great. 2, no, nothing is there, nothing is there, nothing is there. Let's do that. So again, on this button 2 here, I'm gonna copy, paste this script, copy, here, paste, change only the button 1 by button 2. Okay, again, button 3, double click, paste, change the button 1 by button 3. Okay, button 4, button 4. Okay, paste button 5. Was 1 the same equals the content of button 5. Yeah, if let's test again. Let's test again before we continue in order not to waste the time. 1, 2, yes. 3, 4, yes, it is working. 5, okay, that's great. That's great. So 4, 5, everything is running very fine. So let's continue. Button 6. Button 10 here. How I knew this is it. Button 9. The 8. Yes, here button 8 is the same. Usually save Control S. Seven. Just let's finish that. So the last one. Okay, we are done. Let's just test for test. Yes, so 1 works very fine, 7 works very fine, 3 very fine, 0 very fine, and 6 again. Yeah, everything is working very fine. Now let's move to the process itself. Let's move to the process itself. So showing the numbers, now it's done. We have to calculate the sum, multiplication, division, subtraction, and so on. Once we click number 1, for example, 100. Okay, 100 minus the value added before we click for appear. And this ends off. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we click 1, then we click the plus, then we click the 2. He has to write here 3. So to do so, the concept is as follows. Number 1 will be written here. So let me test it again to make you understand very well how it works. When I apply, for example, 1 plus 1, so 1 plus 7. 1, when I click it, it is appearing here. It appeared in front. Okay. When we click plus, this number 1 remains the same or changes to 0 and gets stored in a variable here plus what the user will click from this button, these buttons. Let's do that and you'll understand what I was explaining you. Okay, so here, double click on this text box, on this, sorry, button, double click, and then here, I'm gonna make text box 3 or text box 1 the same. But text equals the same, the content of the text box, let's say plus the old content of the text box. Let's solve that. So auxiliary variable, that's it, semicolon. The auxiliary is not recognized. The auxiliary is not recognized. Here, this auxiliary is the value number 1 from those buttons. When I say, for example, here, let me test it again. Just let me run it, not test it. We have an error. I have. Let me fix that. So here. Okay. Okay. When we press, for example, 11, 11 plus what? Plus, for example, 4. It has to write 4, not 11 and 4. So the first 11, for example, let me just delete that. The first 11 will be stored in an auxiliary variable to be utilized later on. Let's do that. So double click on this plus, then the content of the text box will be passed into an auxiliary variable, which is to be declared now dim aux dim aux, whatever is enough, dim aux. Here, this aux actually would receive the aux would receive auxiliary would receive the content of the text box 1, not text. Not text. Okay, so the auxiliary variable will hold the available mark number inside the text box. Then after the text box will receive its content plus the auxiliary variable. But this is the result. This is the result. There is no calculation here. Here we are going to just save the value that we want to do. So this is not where we are going to do the calculation. So here we are going to save the value and we go to the equal sign We give the calculation here. Text box 1 receives its value plus the auxiliary. Let's do that. Let's test with this save here and save here. Yeah, come back here first. This auxiliary is not recognized here. This auxiliary is not recognized. To do so, the declaration of the auxiliary, yes, here. At the global variable area. Okay, I'm gonna save now. Everything is fine. Run again. Let's say 1, 1 plus 2 equal. Yes, so that's good. It works very fine. Let's test it again. Okay, let's test it again. Here, let's say 2 plus 9 or 8. See here, it is a concatenation. It is doing concatenation side by side. So to do so, to avoid that, come back to the calculation. I'm going to use a method to avoid reading the values as characters. Yes, come on. Okay, one of X. Okay, now just let's avoid this matter of concatenation. I said 12 plus 1 equal 133. It is not okay. Yeah, because when we click the plus, it has to be emptied. Let's close. Come back to design, double click on the plus. Oh, will be receiving text box 1. Then text box 1 will be released. Okay. Text box 1. Text equals nothing. Double quotations with an empty space. So let's go now. 12 plus 1 equal 13. It works very fine. Okay, let's delete 6 plus 113 equal. So this way, actually, I'm reaching the end of implementing the plus. I need you to implement the four of them. The four of them. I'm going to immediately, very fast, do the multiplication, and I'll let you do the rest. So straightforward. The multiplication will be receiving the same code like text box one, like the addition text box one. Text dot text plus equal. Later, it's not plus equal, but it's multiply equal. Multiply equal. Yes. Okay. Text box one dot text equals the value of the auxiliary mark. Okay, good. So text box one dot text equals val of the auxiliary, value of auxiliary. Okay. So here, the point is that, hey, let's test. No, here actually it's not equal. It's what is the operation? But it's multiplication. So multiplication. Yes, multiplication by the value. Okay, let's just test them. Let's say 11 plus 2 equal plus 2. Okay, now it is working very fine. Let's test the multiplication. Multiply. Let's repeat. It is actually working very fine. Let's test first. So let's say 2 multiply 5, 4 equal, nothing is there. Let's close. Let's test back the electrical shortcut. Okay, here actually we need to understand how it is working very fine. Again, I'm going to test, first of all, to test the multiplication only. 2 multiply 2 equal, it's 2. He's saying it's 2. No, here. And the equal, another script. Make the multiplication. So here, paste. And the same text box, but equals args also, but not plus equal. It's multiply equal. Multiply equal. Let's save. 2 multiply 6 equal. What is it actually? 2 equal 7 equal 1 1 plus 2 equal 3. Great. So 2, let's delete 2 multiply 3. Let's fix the issue of the display all. Okay. Multiplication first. Okay, so here one of the, so 1 multiplied by 2 equal 3. He's doing the calculation of addition. So I'm gonna neglect the first the addition, leave only the multiplication. Save. Okay, so here let's just test. Now let me save all first. Test again. Okay, test again. 2 multiply 5 multiply 2 equal 6. That's it. Works very fine. I repeat. 2 multiply 6 or 7. 2 by 7, 14. Okay, yeah, it is. Works very fine. So the same way I need you to do the other two operations, the division and the subtraction. I'm sending you the recorder right after, and also I'm taking the attendance. Any requests?